What's up everybody, Adrian here, back with another video. We're going to be taking a look at a lot of iconic characters and your favorite iconic movies. Now the question I'm trying to answer in this video, why do these movie franchises keep failing? Either the movies are mediocre at best or they bomb. And the easy answer could be it's a bad screenplay, it's bad characters, bad plot, bad villains. But I think the real answer is that it's the same old characters in every movie. Nobody has any new ideas of what to do with the same old characters. The reason Superman keeps failing, nobody can think of a villain that he can go up against and for it to be somewhat competitive. The thing with Superman is he is too powerful, and if you want it to be believable, you have to create a villain that can go toe-to-toe with him. You either have to weaken Superman at the same time with a villain that's super strong. Otherwise, it won't be competitive. It'll be a one-sided beatdown by Superman. They keep bringing back the same villains, General Zod, Lex Luthor, and just recently they tried Doomsday, but it was a CGI mess. So let's just take a look at some of the villains that they could try. Now I have no idea who some of these are, so let me know in the comments if you know who they are and they're any good. Metallo, I never heard of him. Parasite, again, never heard of him. Mongul, there's Zod, but I'm sick of using him all the time. There's Doomsday that they tried to bring and it just didn't work. Plus the design was kind of dumb. How about Darkseid? I keep hearing about this guy being even stronger than Superman, so put him in the next movie. Give him a chance. You could try Bizarro, which is like a zombie version of Superman. Also, I keep hearing about Brainiac kind of being like a super smart villain that could outsmart Superman, and he's also very strong. Now, you also had Batman vs. Superman, and they tried to make it work. Superman was just too strong, and the way that they got Batman to use that kryptonite magically out of nowhere, but Zack Snyder got nervous, and he's like, what are we gonna do? I don't have any new ideas without kryptonite. All they had to do was lure Superman into his original spaceship that crashed in the Arctic. If you remember when Zod in Man of Steel brought Superman and Lois Lane into that ship, they turned off the atmosphere of Earth and they had the atmosphere of Krypton. And do you remember what happened to Superman? Instantly dropped to his knees, spit up blood, and he had the same strength as a human, which was the same atmosphere as Krypton. All Batman had to do, they could have hidden the spaceship and built like a house around it, built a cave around it, built anything around it to disguise it. Then Superman would have went in, and as they would have started to fight, Superman would have lost all his powers, Lois Lane or whoever, or Lex Luthor, and turned on the atmosphere of Krypton, and instantly Superman would have fell to his knees, spit up blood, and would have had the same strength as Earth human atmosphere. That's all he had to do. So in order to make Superman successful, you need to bring stronger supervillains to take him on. Find a way to weaken him without cheating with kryptonite. Next, let's talk about the Terminator franchise. Why do these movies keep bombing? One reason only. They cannot think of a better advanced Terminator villain machine. First you had the T-800, then you had the T-1000, which was liquid metal. Then you had a female Terminator, which was like half liquid metal. Then in Terminator Sega Genesis, you had this nanobot Terminator. But the problem was they turned John Connor into a Terminator. They killed him off, they regenerated him as a Terminator. They thought they were clever and unique when they came up with this nanobot Terminator. It was done before that in different movies. You had a nanobot creature in this. You also had nanobot technology in the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves. Until someone comes up with a brand new Terminator villain idea, none of the movies will work. Even in the latest Terminator monstrosity, Dark Fate, again, you had a Terminator villain machine that was nanobot based, and the nanobots separated. Now you had two Terminators. So they were thinking, hey, you know what's better than one Terminator? Two Terminators at the same time. Plus you made the movie an SJW pink pussy hat wearing Terminator. That didn't work. So one day when someone comes up with a new Terminator technology, then we will have a successful Terminator film. Next, let's talk about the Alien franchise. Ridley Scott was lucky enough to find H.R. Giger, who came up with the original Xenomorph. As you can see here, he had quite the imagination. Then after that, you had James Cameron, who did come up with an alien queen, but a new alien creature, the Queen, sure helped make that movie great. In the third film, they just said, oh, let's take a dog, mix it with a xenomorph, and you get a running xenomorph that looks like a dog. Didn't really work. So all throughout the franchise of Alien, they couldn't come up with anything better than H.R. Giger's first Alien and James Cameron's Queen Alien. Then they thought, hey, let's make Alien Predator hybrid, and that didn't really work. It was just an alien with dreadlocks. Then you had Ridley Scott in Prometheus trying to add some weird pre-xenomorph. Then in the sequel of Alien Covenant, they tried some other alien creatures, but they didn't work. Until someone comes up with a new alien creature, you will always have bad alien movies. Same with the Predator franchise. They can't come up with any new Predator creatures. Sure, they tried a super steroided out creature, but it didn't work. They also have to come up with some new technology that the Predator uses. But I remember in 2010 Predators with Adrian Brody, when Lawrence Fishburne had some technology of the Predator that he stole, and he could go invisible. Make the protagonist put on that invisibility cloak, and he could go one-on-one with the Predator, like they kind of did in the first movie where Schwarzenegger was covered in mud and the Predator couldn't see him in his infrared camera, so they had to go toe-to-toe, and you finally get a successful Predator film. And finally, let's talk about Star Wars. Now, why do the Star Wars films keep failing? Yes, I know it's gonna be because of the Mary Sue character, bad story, bad plot, forced diversity, left wing pushing an agenda of SJW, pink pussy hat wearing Jedi. I get it. But another big reason why I think that they do bad is that they can't come up with any new lightsaber technology. You know, you have the straight one, they tried the double lightsaber, they had the Darth Maul double-sided, they tried the Swiss Army knife lightsaber, they tried an axe lightsaber, they tried 4 lightsabers at once, an actual sword lightsaber, they tried a cross lightsaber. It's getting old. At first, when Luke turned on his lightsaber and you had that like beam of laser shoot out, it was cool. But now, same old, same old. So if you want a successful Star Wars movie, they need to come up with a new lightsaber design and more advanced technology. Till next time, catch you later.